Okay, let's see. I think it's starting up again. Well, I'm back again for another little tutorial. For this week, we're going to be another building in the metaverse, and each week I'll be doing different builds for the WIP meetup, and I just wanted to give an overview of the one I just did. And they hosted Coldy. If you don't know who this OG NFT artist is, I will also be uploading the recording of that interview or slash romping through the metaverse with him that this build was a part of. It went from Hyperfi to the Monoverse build as well. It was a lot of fun. This is showcasing my portion, what I did for it. I just go crazy and do madcap build that ended up creating a scavenger hunt out of it. And I will showcase the little the Blender file, then go to Hyperfi and show you guys what I did for the fun scavenger hunt portion. So first thing is we wanted to create like the welcome part of the WIP is in this ground zero space that I'm a collaborator on. And here, let me show you real quick. Here is the hyperface, hyperface. So if you guys have never been to the WIP meetup, it happens every Thursday, almost over 3 years now. So each week they feature a different community member. I've been on here we were highlighted for the Mesh with Babe Backner for Centraland. This last week there was Coldy, so he was talking about his current drop, these cool VRM avatar, and I had the GLBs, and so me and Rizzo went crazy and decorated this whole space with his amazing art here. So you can see there. So given those files, we brought him in here, we made Mad Mayhem, and what I wanted to do for it is I wanted to create like a fun place that they would run around and explore, and it was going to have like a scavenger hunt portion. So my portion was way up here. You can see this kind of cityscape connected by bridges. So I made it so they ported from the main area there all the way to over here. So just to show you real quick before we dive into the blend file. So I'm not sure if I'm actually logged in. No, I'm not logged in. So what I'm going to do real quick is actually reload Hyperfi. And since I'm a collaborator in here, I'm able to make edits to this file. One of the things I love about Hyperfi is how quick and easy it is to actually add collaborators on a project. Right now I'm just doing my MetaMask. Hold on a second. I keep doing it wrong. This is what happens when you try to do things fast. Oh, hold on. It keeps disconnecting it. Come on. It's not letting me do much. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna connect. MetaMask, it's not connecting. Oh, there we go. I have too many windows open. There we go. Okay, connect, and here we go. Okay, hopefully you guys can see it. Oh, let me bring it over here. Yep, it looks like it's streaming. Let me check the stream. It looks pretty good. Ooh, Stinky Scrublet. Hey, hey. Hey, what's up? I didn't think I would have a viewer. Thank you, the first or second person to come on when I'm streaming. Please excuse my mess. I'm just showcasing what I did to do the build for the last WIP meetup. And I'm also already started working on next week's. It should be a lot of fun, crazy. So I'm in right now. Gonna enter my. I have a couple that I own and a couple that I collab on. So right now I'm gonna go into the WIP. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about behind the scenes of making of the Flood Mayhem that we had for Thursday. Hopefully you can hear me, if you're still here. Okay, so, it's loading. Here, let me move that there so you guys can see it. I will end up buying animes here. Hey, I can hear you. Oh, good, thank you. Awesome. Okay, Let's see if it's having issues loading. It's still loading. I think we pushed it. Each of the GLB models is like 40,000 tries, and we put like a lot of them in there. So we're definitely didn't really we definitely build without having optimization uh, be our target, but each time we'll be revamping it. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to document this too, because each time we'll be changing it up. It won't look like this. And so each of these here, I'm gonna snap. So when I hit tab, it lets me go into the edit mode. Let me see if it's funny because when I look on the live stream, it's behind by a few, so it's kind of like makes me wonder if I'm actually doing it right, but I think it's right. Okay, as you can see, look, I'm running around. I'm like as my avatar, VTubing with my avatar. So when you hit tab, it lets you actually start doing some cool edits within the space. So I just wanted to showcase what I did. It's here. I might actually let's see if that guy is ooh, look, I can equip myself so I can change. I'm gonna become this. Look, there you go. Now there, that looks so cool. What's up? Woo! Okay, so now that we've become truly with this space, one in this space, is I'm going to show you what I did here. So what I wanted to do is, let's see if it's actually loading. Oh, have you checked out? Were you there at the whip this time or not yet? Stinky scrublet. There was such mad mayhem each time the whip happens. It's like it's like entering a hurricane, and you exit like purified of crazy fun madness. Okay, so the cool thing within here is one of the things that I started messing with was there's so much within Hyperfy, and if you can, oh good, you can see there. I'm actually going to switch it over here, and it might adjust. I have to do a little adjusting. Let me adjust my OBS a little bit. I have two monitors, and it makes it a little bit confusing. So, okay. Let me close that. There we go. Okay. So when you're actually collaborating or own a space, you're actually obviously able to do all these edits and changes. And each time I end up, learning more because I haven't been building very long in Hyperfy, but love it. So one thing I did within here is I added what's called a zone. So within a zone, you're able to here, I'm going to select it right here. See this kind of like invisible area. Let me walk around so you guys can see it a little more. You can select a whole region, and within that region, and if any of you guys know Unity, it's kind of like you use that like to create interactive things and have it do things. So it's the same thing within here. So if you look here, that zone allows you to create triggers, and I've actually already created like what's called here, let me see, a place. So right here, this place is, I created it already, and this place is living where I want it to go. So with the zone feature, I created an area, and I wanted this Game Boy that I made in Magica Voxel. If you guys don't know Magica Voxel, it's so much fun. So I made this whole area, so when you walk into that zone, it'll transport you to where that place is. So, and you can do a whole bunch of different ways to actually move and be sent into different parts of your build within Hyperfy. But for this part, it just is much more fun. Okay, so there, I'm going to hit tab again and show you what happens. So here I am as my avatar, and look what happens. I walk into the zone and zoop, I am transported here. So this is the crazy build that I did for the Coldy. All of it is, all the textures I grabbed from his VRM model. So I wanted to make it a space that was like fully immersed as if you're in the world of these cool VRM avatars. So if I hit tab, I can show you the place. So here's the place. So right here, I could put this anywhere, but I made it a little higher because some of the avatars, if you make it too low, like he was showing up, like when he teleported, he was showing up in there, so I didn't want to do that. So what I did within here, my challenge was to make this a fun part of the whip, and so people were told that there was two things they had to do. One of them is the first person to become, as I am right here, one of these crazy fun coldy avatars, the first person to become one of these and actually go back to the giant version of these in front of the in front of the I know this place in front of the actual stage wins a prize, and then my thing was to do another fun thing and create what's called a grabbable, and the first person to find a grabbable and bring it back would win a prize too. So what I did is I'm like, I want to make it a fun, crazy place in here, and this box here is I made this. I got this box from. There's a lot of fun resources online, and then I retextured it with since I have the GLB files from that I will go into Blender after this. The GLB files, I grabbed that and I wanted to make each of these actually incorporates the different textures from each of these VRMs here. So I made all these spaces. So people were told they had to find a grabbable, and the grabbable was one of these these elements here. So each of those, so in order to find a grabbable, you actually have to run up to it and it will change and let you know it's a grabbable. So I didn't want to make it easy and I made it really, really, really hard, but actually somebody found it pretty fast. People, I guess, are used to in the whip to finding things, like looking for random spots. Most of the times I've had multiple worlds where I've hid like POAP QR codes and nobody's found them yet. So you can see these are all, like if you look at the avatars, they're all different texture elements. I love this one the best. This one just looks so cool. This is, again, all Coldy's work. And I just placed all these so people on the scavenger hunt, and I have that recording. I'll be posting it later, probably in the next day or two. So you guys, if you want to see the whole Mad Mayhem, they also put it up on their, I think the Whip has a YouTube channel. So you would have to come up here, click. So it was really fun. I recorded it and watching people run around, clicking, trying to find the grabbable. So since that's already done, let's go over. Actually, let me fly. It's a little bit faster. I'm trying to remember where I put it. Okay. There's all the worlds, all different textures. I actually ended up putting it over here. So I hit it really well. So I hit it up here. And there it is. I mean, now thinking of it, it isn't really that hard. But hard enough that people had to, like, run around. So look what happens. When you click on there, you grab it, and look, now I have my little grabbable. And so the task was to take that grabbable and fly. I'm stuck there. I can't go that way, so I'll go back down. Take that grabbable. You can make anything a grabbable. That's the cool thing. I'll show you guys real quick how you do that. And the first person to grab it, find it, run around, Mad Mayhem. So we were in here about 10-15 minutes of chaos and everyone running around trying to find the avatar that you click and turn into, which is what I showed you earlier. Here, let me zoom over here. I need to do another place from the build back there, but since this will be swapped out, I'll save all the blend files so we can keep them for later. So the goal was take the grabbable, and the first person to bring it back here, jink, wins. So there you go. I placed it. So if I was in the whip, I would have won. Woohoo! So the cool thing about grabbables is, I'll show you guys real quick. So a grabbable is, let's say if I wanted to make another one. So I could go here. I'm going to search grabbable. You can make anything a grabbable. So I'm going to bring in another model just to show you. I'll make, here, I'll bring in this right here, this little frog right here. So you can look at it real quick. So it's this little model of one of the fly frogs. What was the prize? Oh, I think they got the whitelist. They got on Coldy's whitelist. I think that's what it was. I wasn't sure exactly what it was. So there's the grabbable. So let's say now I need to attach that. So you can do the same thing. Now if I hit tab again and I go to, let me double click and then I go to here. There you go. I can grab it. Now I'm walking around with the frog. So you can make giant things grabbable. It's just fun. You can make anything be a grabbable, but it makes it for a fun thing that once somebody grabs one within this, this space, that grabbable is now moved until you reload the world, which made it kind of fun. But if I find out what exactly the prize is, I think that's what it was though, because this was I helped do other stuff for this, but I think each week what I'm going to do a little recap like I'm doing right now of the madness of building within here. But we have another fun adventure for next week, and I'll be showcasing the behind the scenes of that once it's actually done. So there's more excitement, and hopefully people will come and have fun with whatever craziness we do for that week. So usually the first 10, 15 minutes. Oh, it's loading. Can you see the stream? Let me see. Showing that it's still streaming. But on YouTube, it's showing that it's weird. It has like the load thing. Oh, it's showing that it's still streaming. Oh, good. You see it. Thank you. I know. Let's see. Okay, so let me go now into Blender and go a little behind the scenes of that. So here I'm in Blender now, and now I'll move this. I'll move it over here. Okay, so here's the building of it, which is a lot of fun. So a lot of these, I grabbed things from different places, and then I went into it and started messing around. And I wanted to use, again, here I have. Let's go in here, and you can check out. You can zoom in, so we can take a little deep dive into his amazing work. Here is his cool element that we use to build the worlds, and you can see if you see the textures on this and you go back into the world, you can see, oh, that one building, that is that one texture. So that's what I did for this particular thing. So I grabbed a bridge, and if you look here on the right hand side, let's go into here. Actually, there. And let's go back over here. Okay, so let's say if I wanted to change this bridge, I selected it, and over here, these are all been loaded. I can change it to whatever I want, which is pretty cool. So let me zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better. So these are all pre-existing materials here. So that's the one that I kind of liked, but since I loaded in his GLBs, I have all these materials here. So since I wanted to customize it to be like its focus on his world, that's what I did. And it was some really cool stuff. But it was a lot of fun doing it. And each time, again, it'll be a little bit different. But as you can see here, here's the build. Actually, let's choose this one. You can see it's a little bit easier to see how it changes. It looks really cool though. So I'm going to hit tab, select. Let's change it just so you guys can see it. Ooh, that one looks pretty cool. And I have my own materials in there too, and like this one's from another thing, another free resource. I love using like free resources or CCO resources. Okay, hold on a second. Let's go back in here, tab, select. Let's change it to something else real quick. I have some other ones that I've done, I think, because I imported my own things in here. But yeah, you can see some of the stuff there. Let's go with the cloud. Oh, here's some of my own gradient clouds, gradients that I use. So just a lot of fun messing around and changing it. So if I go back over here, here's some of the buildings. With the buildings, I just wanted to make it look really weird and abstract. And these are just like weird repeating elements of my vortex cat. So fun thing you can do within here, I can select it. Let's go over here, select it. You can always mess around and say, just to change it up a bit, let's go in here. So I like to, I have things a little planned, but then I think it's a lot of fun when things aren't really planned and you just start messing around. So I'm going to select here, maybe rescale it so you can have fun kind of messing around with the look and feel of it. And that image is actually, I think it was for, it wasn't that, it was my cat one. Let me see if I can find it. Vortex, I thought it was called Vortex Cat. Maybe he wasn't called Vortex Cat. I have too many elements in there. Okay, so yeah, it's just fun. I mess around. It's kind of like unplanned mad chaos. So I did the same thing for all these buildings. I just messed around. This one has my gradient cloud element. As you can see, it's just my texture map that I repeated. It just looks really cool. I thought it looked like windows from afar, so I'm like, oh, that looks cool. So happy little accidents, right? Like Bob Ross style. You never know. Okay, I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. So with this one, same thing. You can see the let's go save. You can always UV editing select, and you could actually, where'd it go? Oh, let me go back out. Scale, and then zoom in. So I'm just like messing around with it, and look how cool that looks. Whoa! So I just think it looks really cool. Yeah, Blender is so much fun. I love using Blender, especially once you, I mean, you don't really need to know too much. Like, I really am still a total beginner, I feel. But it's just like once you know a little bit and just start messing around, it's so much fun. So I'm just, you can quickly change and edit. I used to teach silkscreen printing, and it's so much fun. This reminds me of like a lot of silkscreening design. So there you go. Look at that. And that looks really cool. And again, it's just to customize it for whoever we're featuring. And this next week, we're actually featuring, it will be Fly Frog NFT project. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You can imagine what fun things. Yes, Blender is awesome. Say, what are you working on now? What are you working on? Okay, so let's go back here. Let's go to layout. So another element that was a lot of fun, I did the same thing. I grabbed a couple models, started messing around, added that, but I had a lot more stuff, but the poly count. So one thing that you can do is if you zoom in, you can see the try count. I have it turned on. So there, if you go here, if you go to statistics, it'll show you that, and you can see it's a pretty large file size, but it was worth it. And it actually worked. We had a good amount of people, and I did have some loading issues at one point, but it actually ran pretty damn well. So that was really cool to see. So I'll put the links to Colday's project once I have this, once I hit stop to the stream. But for me, it's just a lot of fun to see what madness you can create. Let me open up another little file just to show you guys some other work. Oh, this is a fun one. So this is actually a little Game Boy file. This is the one that I was showing you guys. Oh, there we go. So I started messing around with this one, and so I have the Game Boys in that world. So I just think they're fun portals. And there's also that Game Boy dance station that I created. So what I learned soon, at first I would just bring GLBs into Hyperfy and just like mess around in there, but it's a lot easier to build it out in Blender first, fully laid out, and then go to Hyperfy. But it is just fun to be in Hyperfy, just messing around and dragging things, see what happens. So I messed with the emissions a little bit on this one. I wanted to bring that in, and I can show you. Let's go into Hyperfy again real quick. I practiced trying to make characters. Oh yeah, I know, it's so much fun. I've done some of my own GLBs, my own avatars, and they're totally silly, low poly, like characters. There's me streaming. What's up? Just animes. There we go. Let's bring Hyperfy. Let's bring this over here. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I have as you can tell, I have way too many monitors open right now. Okay, so let's bring up Hyperfy. There is Hyperfy. I'll bring it over here, and then I will turn on the Hyperfy window. Okay. Now, hopefully you guys can see it. And let me actually... Oh, I'm opening up another thing I've been playing with, which is a lot of fun AR filters. Let's move this guy over here. Okay. I try to open one window, but I didn't want to open that one. Okay. So let's just hang out in Hyper-5 for a little bit now. Okay. Yeah, love care. Oh, you know what? I'll send you a link. I know I need to go through. My friend OG did an amazing tutorial series on avatar creation for Monoverse, and I need to go through it all. But he is amazing, and I would definitely watch that. So OG, he is one of my favorite Metaverse builders. He is amazing, super nice. Avatar creation series for Monoverse. That's a cool one. So within here, what else do I want to show you guys real quick? Oh, I'll show you guys here. Let me drop this grabbable real quick, or I can just bring the frog with me. So up here, this is the crazy frog thing I did for another. So this is the, this is the frog is what Rizzle did during the class I taught for Magical Voxel, like a fun thing from Monoverse I did a while back. No, okay. And so look at all these, like, and these are the USBs that I did a bunch of little USBs, and here's a bunch of glowing Game Boys, like I was showing you. So, oh look, there's a car. Let's see if I can get in the car. So, I love driving these little cars. If you guys haven't checked the cars out yet, oh, maybe I have to drop my grabbable, or maybe I can enter. Oh, I think I had to drop mine before I could enter. There we go. Woo! Okay, part of the fun is driving your cars. I think I got stuck. It's very easy to get stuck here since we create a bunch of stuff. But you can imagine how big we have. Each of those is 40,000 tries. We should just, I think each week we should actually have like a graph showing how many triangles each build has. And because this alone right here, this little crazy kind of like statue garden that we did here on these USBs, Game Boy area, are let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 320,000 tries just with that. That's quite a bit. But the cool thing is it's still working. So, yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty much the madness for this week. And yeah, I just wanted to give a little recap. That video of the recording of the whip, I will also put it up, and so you guys can watch it. It was a lot of fun. Again, we went from here, and actually I can just show you real quick so you guys can actually enter this world. Actually, you could come and enter the world right now with me. I should have pasted that. Here. So you can jump in world if you want. So from within here, there will be like portals each week. Here, let me go over here. I wish I could do like supersonic speed on flying though, because I think we make the world so big. But what I really need to do, each one should have like a way to go back. So there's the awesome Coldy right there, and here is the portal to the other world that we visited, the Cross Metaverse Adventure. And there it is. So let's see, it's gonna load. But each week, I think it's time to buy my animes subscription since that free animes logo keeps popping up. I kind of like it though, so but I'll do that for next time. But just want to show you guys real quick the Monoverse version, which is still loading. Let's see if it actually loads. I'm gonna close up Blender. So the less stuff I have open, because right now streaming OBS and jumping in the metaverse can be a little bit intense. So here, I will paste And there we go. So this world was built by the awesome Matt Does Design, and it's okay. There we go. Oh no, what's it doing? There we go. No. Okay, I'm gonna walk slow. There we go. I think my mouse is moving too fast. So this is a cool world he did. This is one of my crazy avatars that I did. Look at that. I made this guy. He's a very strange crystal man. Crystal man is a strange creature, and now we're gonna walk over here. I don't know why it's acting like this. It's acting very like okay. I'm gonna try to go. No. Maybe it's my mouse here. There we go. I'm gonna try to adjust it before I give myself a headache. Yeah, I don't know why it's acting so. But the cool thing within this space, there's like you can bounce. It's as if you're on the moon. Like look, I'm floating. It's very cool. Okay, so now we're gonna enter. This is the moon base. There you go. We get transported here. This is a super cool build. This is the Matt. This is all Coldy space, but Matt Does Design was the one who built it, and he collaborated with Coldy for it. Super cool space. Like there's a lot in here, and yeah, highly recommend checking that out as well. But I guess that's it for today. I just wanted to do a fun, quick stream overview of what I did for last week's whip, and each week I'll just do another little recap. And I'm still working on my own metaverses. I'll add to the From Sketch to Metaverse series as well. I need to call this series something else too. I don't know. I think it could all go within the same thing. But thank you, Stinky Scrublet, for watching, and send me a hello in the Discord DMs, and hope to catch you next time. Probably be doing these on Saturday or Sunday, or whenever I have time. But yeah, Animes is a lot of fun though. But thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your day, and have a good rest of your Saturday, Stinky Scrublet. See you later. Bye.